Now, are there a lot of special needs masses in the parishes in this
I've
archdiocese?
never heard of it, but I picked it up pretty quickly what it was, because I mentioned this at the Mass. For years, so for my senior service, we have to get a lot of hours at Straight Jesuit. So a lot of times people work at camps. And I worked at a camp called Camp Champions in Burton, Texas, which is hosted at Camp for All in Burton, Texas. And it's a week for adults with special needs. And many of them are very, 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 very autistic, like to the point where they do not like interacting with people, like auditory, visual,
a lot of stemming. Yes.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And so I was very familiar with that. And one of the things about Camp Champions is you spend half the time not doing activities with some of the campers because it's just too much. It's just too
they get overwhelmed.
For them. And so when I got here and they explained that to me, I was like, I'm not surprised at all that they have something like that, because it is it's so much more quiet. They're with their family.
Yes.
The space is smaller. There's less music.
The lights are a little dimmer.
Yeah, very dim. The priest is going to preach shorter. He guarantees it. And it was awesome. It was a really good experience. But yeah, it was funny. I said I did laugh after. I was like, man, we need to shorten the petitions. That was the longest part of the whole Mass. I was like, man, I'll throw out 4 from just my head that'll be shorter than the ones we wrote and inserted into that Mass. But that was a great opportunity.
You did mention earlier that you got choked up, and I'll tell you, my wife and I during that Mass, we all got choked up, and the musicians too, they were like, oh my gosh, that was great. Oh, what a fantastic homily. Really, hit the nail on the head when it came to talking to the families of people with special needs. One of them came up to me after Mass and said, during one of the Masses and said, this is the first time we've been able to go to Mass together as a family because, they're just so, afraid of disturbing the Mass. So I'm glad that hopefully this will catch on.
Yeah, and it was a cool feeling. You have that quick reaction when there's a loud noise to be like, what's going on? And I remember in the Mass at one point there was a very loud noise and thinking, sweet. It's like no one's stressed about this. I don't have to worry about this at all. Nothing's going to happen. There's
What's that? Who's that making noise? What is that?
It was really nice.
Yeah. Everybody expected it.
Yes, exactly. People are kind of like, we're glad that happened. It's like we made this Mass for that. So, scheduled this Mass for that. Yeah.